Hello everyone, this is Wes and welcome back to Wes Plays Pokemon Colosseum. Now, this is after I uploaded just episode 2, so I'm way ahead, as always. I just let me tell you how excited I am, how excited I was today even, to actually get on the computer and just play. And it's gotten to the point where it's just like that now, you know. I just get this itch to play, and I love it because as of now, as you probably know, I am now further ahead than I was in my first save file, which I actually realized I just deleted in episode 3. Which means that I'm actually, you know, bothering to play the game now, and I feel like you guys are, ignore that, I feel like you guys are a big help to that, you know. Being able to play it for a crowd kind of makes it worthwhile to play. Sorry, I was sitting still for all that conversation. However, I did want to address one thing really quickly. On the subject of me being so excited to bring you guys more content and wanting to play more games and wanting to do more things on the channel, like read and stuff like that, I have actually gotten requests to now, which is strange, you know, especially considering how many followers I have and how many videos I have up at the current moment, which you guys know is not that many as of now. But, you know, people in real life are saying, you know, well, I would totally watch your channel if you did this or this and whatever. However, it makes me really want to increase the quality of the things that I'm doing, especially the things that I'm recording, especially with how my voice, my voice doesn't sound like me, you know. If you knew me in real life, or if you know me in real life, or if you meet me in real life after knowing me in the game and online and all that stuff, this isn't actually what I sound like. My microphone is actually kind of strange. And I don't mean to say that as like, oh, sorry for the recording frame skip there. Wow, that stunk. It's at high encoding. I keep getting that warning. You know, that's another thing. The quality, I want to increase it, you know. Bottom line, I kind of need a better microphone, and I definitely need better graphics processing. Now, there's actually a really simple thing I can do. I could simply buy a cooler for my CPU. It is overclockable. You know, I should do that. And I'm pretty sure that both the CPU cores and the graphic cores are overclockable, which makes it, you know, just that much better. However, I do, again, with the quality, I need to address this issue. I realize that every time I enter full screen, it makes that binging noise, which, you know, you guys don't see it because the recording is only working on the emulator itself, so it doesn't work on my whole screen, so you don't know when I'm switching between full screen and small screen. But it's just something I at least wanted to bring up. Oh, and I forgot to start my timer. Even though in this episode it actually technically doesn't matter nearly as much as it did before, because I want to be able to clear this base in this episode. Yeah, can you believe that? This is where I really wish I could get back. I could get into video editing and stuff, and I just skipped a trainer. That's good. That's good. Good job already, Wes. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm actually gonna be taking down all of these guys, you know, because I'm sure you guys will be interested to see if they have shadow Pokemon, or, you know, if it was an interesting battle and I want to be actually recording it. But it does encourage me to want to do video editing. It encourages me to bring you better content. And like, seriously, I barely have any viewers. I mean, the people that are clicking on this video, thank you, seriously. You guys are pretty awesome. You go out, you want to see somebody play a game, you pick a game, and you watch them play. I am so glad this Dr. Pepper did not just explode on me. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be mentioning brand names or whatever on the new channel. Nobody cares. But thank you guys, really. And that's. I want to point out, it is for you guys that I like to do these things. You know, I do like to do this for the random people, you know, the people that actually enjoy these things. Yeah, it's really nice for me to have that kind of self-esteem boost, that other people are interested in the same thing that I am. However, this is mostly for myself, though. You know, when I go back and watch these videos, I want to actually watch something that I might consider entertaining. You know, goodness knows, if I were to click on my first video, even if I were promised that the audio would have been improved even in the second episode, I probably wouldn't continue watching it. I'd try to find somebody else. And if you guys are actually continuing watching this from after the first video, I thank you very much. I seriously I can't imagine enjoying this stuff myself. And by the way, on that record, or on that note, I need to kind of make a record of this that what is it? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought as always. Jeez, where are you getting at? I do feel like I'm having a lot more fun with this, you know, regardless of who's watching. And oh, that's what I wanted to get to. Who's watching? I know I talk to you guys like, you know, like I know you're watching or whatever. You know, like I see views on my video and I expect them to be, you know, more than just me and the occasional person who's just curious. But the fact is, if you're watching this video and you're hearing it, you're watching this video and you're hearing it, you know? It's not so much of I know my demographic and all that kind of crap. It really is just what it is. Oh my gosh, there are so many twists and turns in this place. I'm gonna get lost. I kind of wish I had a map, or I kind of wish I had, like, you know, another person playing right beside me where, you know, they were exploring the same place and all that junk. But I don't. I'm not that professional. I'm lame. I do know that usually the obvious path to take is the path you should take in most cases, especially, you know, with Pokemon games. They don't make them that difficult. The only situation I can imagine was actually too difficult was probably in Cerulean Cave, the Unknown Dungeon, in the first games. In the first games, in Red and Green, the Japanese versions, that cave was actually more difficult. It was actually a little, I think it was bigger, but I do know that it was a little bit more difficult. It was more like a maze, which is really cool. But yeah, in future games, I don't think they did that as much, and I think they basically made the caves easier. Like, for example, I was just playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I actually beat it this morning. I finally got around to it. See, I've had the game for, I think, over a year, and I basically didn't bother touching it or playing it for so long, because some excuse, whatever. I basically put the game down for almost a year, and I finally picked it back up, and I finally beat it, and it was actually pretty fun, except the ending sequences. Oh my gosh, everything took forever to play out. You know, it was just cutscene after cutscene in the end, and it was so annoying. And but you know, I'm really glad that I actually finally beat it, which is nice, you know, because now I get to do the post game content, which you guys will surely hear about. Anyway, back on the subject of this game, I am so excited to be playing this game again. I really love it. Not just the fact that it's this game, but also the fact that I get to share this. I get to enjoy this with somebody else that's not me. You know, and that just tickles my fancy right there. So yeah, I got that. And I actually like seriously, even now, it's Monday. I only record on weekends. I've never bothered to make time to record on any other, you know, on any other schedule than the weekends. And yet, here I am on a freaking Monday night, when there are so many other things I could be doing, because I actually am a busy person. You know, I actually do sort of have this work schedule cut out for my weekdays. And yet, you know, the people upstairs, the people that I hang out with most they're kind of busy. They're kind of tied up right now, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna be sitting in my room for a little while. I might as well kill some time by doing something. Which brings me to this. This episode is actually going to be a little bit longer than the others, probably twice the length of my earlier episodes, because of how freaking huge this dungeon is. Oh my goodness, if only you knew. And this is where I really wish that I could have just done a little bit of video editing, because I could just speed up this whole thing, turn it into a montage, play some Living Tombstone in the background. I mean, It was so cool. It could be so cool. Which is why, announcement, I may actually replay this game at some point or another, and leave this series up. Now, I can already think of a YouTuber who's done this before, and if you watch this YouTuber, awesome, because that means we have something in common. We both like this YouTuber. But if not, you know, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, you know, because people aren't really gonna see my first Let's Play series, and this is why it's my first Let's Play series, because it's, you know, it's my favorite, and if I want to do something, I'll either do it right or I'll just get it done. You know, and this is one of those just get it done. You know, just do it. Feel like you have some obligation to it, and then you might actually want to do it. Okay, we're 10 minutes in, which means my clock is. That's gonna be a problem. I should probably heal that. I forgot about that. Why do I forget that poisoning affects Pokemon outside of battle in the older games? Like, I've grown up with this. I know this. I've done this before so many times. Okay. Oh, also, yeah, that's what that red flashing screen was. That's what's really cool about this. It actually has that. Okay, if I recall correctly, yeah, that's the way deeper into this. This is for an item, I think. Or am I wrong? Jeez, this place is immense. So if you notice, this is like a tunnel system. This is like for miners and stuff like that. They just dig out these huge tunnels. Wow, this is really... She just let us pass. The only thing that's down here is that item, so I'll battle her. Ha! She let me through. You guys saw that. You guys all saw that. She let me through. I went back to battle her. Oh, so funny thing. As I was uploading episode 2, I did something that I said I wouldn't do. I actually told people on social media. I know, I'm a dink, I'm a noob, you can call me whatever. But, I didn't get any views from it. Nobody actually seemed to care, even though I was really excited about it. And I also did tell people in real life, which I said I didn't really care about, you know, doing, especially because, you know, I'm like, if they don't care now, they'll never care. You know, if they didn't care before, they'll never care about it. So there's really no point in doing that kind of thing. But I told them anyway, and I even told them, I'm like, you know, I could say whatever I want to on this, and nobody would really know. You know, I could talk crap about you guys, and so basically open it up to the fact that yeah, they might watch it just for that, which you know, in my case, you know, I'm not gonna be overly what's the word? Overly confident here. You know, I'm not gonna like overcompensate, but. What's the word? I'm not gonna be smug about it, but mission accomplished. That's what I did it for, you know. Basically, for the point, like, you know, I kind of want people to see this. I kind of want people to hear this, you know. I want them to see it, you know, for their own reasons. I don't want them to be, you know, I don't want them to be, oh, dude, I watched like 20 minutes of you playing this. It was so boring. You know, why'd you tell me to do that? Why'd you waste my life? And I don't want it to be that way. I really wish Mantine were more purified. Having a water Pokemon early in the game is a good thing. As I said before with the Feraligatr incident, I wanted a water type early in the game because it makes stuff so much easier with all the ground and rock types and stuff. What are you blocking? You've done that twice now. Odds are, hold on, let me call it, that Mantine's gonna go into hyper mode right now. Ah! Oh. Okay, well, whatever. Would have been kind of funny if it did, though. Oh yes, another thing, my door's unlocked, so if anybody comes in and you hear me say, oh hey, how's it going, would you like to join me? That'll be it. And you know, that might actually happen because, you know, like I said, there's going to be a little bit longer. This episode's going to be a little bit longer, especially with the explanation I did in the beginning, all the time I wasted. Oh yeah, see, now Mantine chooses the good time. Especially now with this being longer, I want to actually get through this. I don't know if it's going to be twice the length of my old episodes, longer than that even. Whatever. I'm gonna try to go for as long as it takes. I may even split this up into 2 just because, but I honestly don't know yet. Wait, no, I want to call you. I want to holler at you, Mantine. Hey, girl, let me get your number. Everybody, just ignore that, please. Don't. Leave me all the hate in the comments you want, but you know, don't hate me for it, please. So yeah, I'm thinking, you know, I really actually want to, I was thinking about it this morning, you know, when I was playing Alpha Sapphire. I really want to start recording that kind of stuff. I want to get into playing, you know, real games on this channel and stuff. But I know that that's somewhere down the line. That's somewhere in the future. So there's an interesting thing about Shadow Pokemon. I never really questioned it until I tried to do it. You can't switch the order of their moves. Apparently that has something to do with how much the Pokemon's heart is open and stuff. Unless they're purified, you can't switch their moves in this game because it's kind of how the door to their heart being unlocked and stuff like that. They want to make it a little bit more difficult to use the Pokemon while they're in. What? Oh, those people don't care. Okay, that's cool. Noxie. They want to make it a little bit more difficult for you. They want to make it a little bit more challenging. They don't want to unlock the best moves right away. That's why Supersonic is the only one unlocked on Mantine. Whereas with the other Pokemon, you'll kind of see a little bit of difference. You know, you'll kind of see that they excuse me. They'll kind of seem like they've had all the moves all along, and it won't really matter. Or they have the best moves unlocked first, but that's because that's really the only moves they have, you know. Ah, Mischievous, you're gonna be helpful. I'm gonna abuse the critical hit rate you got. So for those of you who don't know yet, Mischievous will most likely be staying on my team. Mischievous is a good Pokemon. I like it. I just remembered, I haven't shared this channel as one of my sites on the social network yet. I haven't even bothered. Okay, I'm going to heal you, Mantine. You need it, and there's really not a healing machine anywhere near us right now. I mean, there's technically one nearby, but it'll take a while to get to. And we are past the 15-minute mark. We are at about almost 19 minutes now. Sorry about that noise. I know. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get rid of it. Maybe. So yeah. Man, long episode, and I don't even feel like it's been that long. I guess I'm maybe having that much fun right now. It's really cool. Hyper mode. Did Mischievous attack itself? Did I miss something? Or did it kill the other one? I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's really funny, this guy says, Mirror B is not here, but he's using 3 Lotads. Or 2 Lotads, I lost track. He's got a team of 4, and I haven't seen any new Pokemon yet. I love how they're not ganging up on Mischievous right now, even though Mischievous is definitely the bigger threat. Especially because I don't have to snap it out of hyper mode. Mantine! The only problem is I can't use Mischievous' same type attack bonus moves because, obviously, because it's in hyper mode and it won't listen to me if I tell it to. But it'd still be pretty nice to, be able to use those moves and get critical hits on Shadow Rush. But Shadow Rush, the chance of getting a critical hit on Shadow Rush outweighs the power that the stab moves will actually do. So that's my reasoning behind keeping them in hyper mode and just using Shadow Rush. Like, look at that. I think I just took out a Lotad's entire health. By the way, yeah, his entire team is Lotad's. So he's so much like Mirabee already. That's great. And that's actually going to be kind of a disappointment. I'm hoping to see, like, I kind of wanted to see some Ludicolo this early. But I can't remember what Mirabee's team is in this. I know that in XD he starts out with he starts out with Lombres instead of Ludicolos, but I think in this game he actually has Ludicolos this early. Noxie. It's a nice name you got there, Noxie. I like it. Noxie. No match for Mirabee. I whooped you. But he kind of does have a point. Mirabee's pretty strong. Yeah, it's so weird. I traveled this long only for a dead end. And I was kind of hoping for a dead end too. Every time I get into a tunnel system like this where it's kind of like a maze, I always hope to hit the dead end first. So that I always hope to hit the dead end first. So that means I know that I got everything in the cave. And then I go in the right direction. And I know that I'm going in the right direction. And people are starting to notice me again. That's good. Twan. I'm totally headbanging to this music. Oh, it's a shadow Pokemon! Ah! That's great. I'm gonna bite it. Oh, sweet, I didn't kill it. Good. I was getting a little worried there. Okay, Mantine, wake up. Wake up! Still not gonna do that Pokeball glitch. As great as it is, I don't think I need to use it this early in the game. Plus, using glitches to beat the game is kind of cheap. And I know I did it earlier already, but just come on, give me some slack. Please. Dang, Mantine. One moment, please. Just in case. Okay, I'm back. I want to assure my privacy, because I just remember that when people walk in my room, they say my real name, and I don't like my real name being used. You can judge me all you want for that, but I don't like my real name being used online. And I don't think they know what I'm doing right now, so... I should get a sign. I should get a sign that says broadcasting live. Even though I'm not actually broadcasting, I'm recording. But still, I don't like video editing, and I don't want to have to censor out my own name. Wow, Mantine. You're just loving all the attention, aren't ya? You just want me to say your name a bunch of times. Can't help it. If I recall correctly, Mantine is actually that one that goes into hyper mode way more often. Because I think it did that in the other game, or in my old file too. I'm gonna give you a super potion. Even though you don't really deserve it, Mantine. You barely fought this round. So, actually, another question. Would you guys be interested in seeing blind Let's Plays of games? Because, for the most part, the next game that I want to do, Harvest Moon, I actually have never finished a Harvest Moon game, and I don't think I've really ever gotten close. I know what I'm doing for the most part until a point, but then, after that point, I just... If I drop you here, Miracles, wow. Language. Valen. For the most part, that game would be a blind Let's Play. I know what I'm doing in the beginning, and I know how to play the game, but that doesn't actually mean that I know what's going on later in the game. And even, you know, with however many Let's Plays I've seen of it, with however many times I've actually watched other people play, even in real life, it's not the same. I wouldn't consider that a blind Let's Play, just a slightly less practiced one, I suppose. But what I mean is, would you guys be interested in seeing me do an actual blind Let's Play, like a game that I've never really played before? I haven't really gotten through a lot of Fire Emblem games. I've barely gotten past the beginning in Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and I do actually have that game, and I can play that. And then there are some Pokemon games that I haven't finished yet, which I also really don't have any experience in as well. But yeah, let me know. And I mean, yeah, you guys can suggest games too, obviously, but yeah, just let me know what you think about the blind Let's Play idea, because I don't know, like, I want to get into new games, and I don't exactly feel like doing them just straight through by myself without sharing them with somebody. I don't know. It would definitely be nice to get myself a 3DS capture card and actually play some of those games. That would be really cool. And I finally get a water type move. Sweet. I don't need to go after the Slack Off. It'll only attack every other turn. Yeah, it has high attack and stuff, but it's definitely not worth. It's definitely not a worthy sacrifice for the speed. And we are actually almost at the 30-minute mark, so this episode may be even longer than I thought it would be. And to be honest, I think we have more than half of the base left. Which means that, yeah, I'm definitely probably going to have to cut this one short. That's too bad. I really kind of wanted to finish this area. I guess it's bigger than I expect, or it's bigger than I remember. Or maybe time just flies faster when I actually play the game. And now that I have a timer on me, it's completely different. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect it, but that is all for this episode. It was much longer than I expected, I guess. I can definitely cut this in half. I'm just gonna grab this item over here. That'd be pretty cool. And then I'm actually gonna take a break. I'm not gonna be completely continuous when I play this. You know. Here's the next area right here. Anyway. So when we return, I will be down. Well, I'll be in this area, in this general area, I suppose. I'll try for continuity, even though it'll be like, you know, a week apart. And I am sorry for making you wait, but I do thank you for. I thank you all for your patience. The thing is, like I said, you know, I kind of want to start recording more things. You know, I kind of want to do things other than just games, even. And so, if I start doing those, I can actually do those and you know, do weekly uploads of those as well, and just upload them on a different day. And that way, I can have like a certain day for each game. So, I guess, yeah, a certain day for each game, which would be pretty rad. And yeah, I think that's something I could schedule. I think that's something that I could live with. So, thank you all for watching. It's been a great time, and I still suck at sign-offs, but I will see you all later.